Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thursday with Delenn. We are hanging out at the base today at the moment, and imminently, hopefully, we will see our friend hanging out from the server HoboZim. I'm just trying to see if I get my system working here. Okay, there we go. Properties. We may or may not have a special guest on stream. He said he was going to help me out because I did the dumb thing last night, and I broke my ender chest. Yeah, you know, that thing people do. So I broke it back into obsidian, which is never a fun time. Making sure we have. There we go. Yay! Good morning, Poppy. How are you doing this morning? HoboZim's first. Technically, sort of, yes. How are you doing? Good morning, Poodle Pirate. Hello! All I need to do right before I go super live is to let people know that I'm going to be going hot, and next thing you know, they're here. It's impressive. Very, very effective system. Okay, channel. Just double checking to see which channel was I on. Copy. Oh, no, that's not it.
Oh, hello there!
Channel. Java. Oh. I think that'll work. So what I'm actually just doing, hope everybody can see this. Copy. Okay. Come on. Paste. Alrighty then. So, let's see. Live. Can I turn on the stream weekend part? Shazam. Nope, that's not it. Didn't work. Oh. Might help if I actually set my settings in Discord properly, because that's not going to help anybody. Input. What? Okay. Yay! I'm getting duplicates. That's good news, I guess. Apologies to everybody for that one. Alright. Okay, so we're here. It's me. Gotcha. And just double checking if everything else looks okay. Sometimes when I'm getting stream weekend ready, so to speak, there are a lot of derping elements going on. There we go. Here at spawn. Okay. So, HoboZim is at spawn. He's going to hang out there. That works for me. So what I'm going to do is head on over there. I might have to take a trip by your base on the way back, Poodle Pirate. If you're okay with it, I'm going to nix a couple of pieces of bamboo so I can build a farm. CJ gave you a lovely stack of scaffolding to start with. Oh, forgot I turned around. Okay. Gave me a lovely stack of scaffolding to start with, but I need to build some more. No worries. Ha 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 ha! How convenient! And I have absolutely no idea what the go live message looked like this morning. I'm not sitting in that stream at the moment. I don't know what it is about this music, but I'm just grooving to the electro swing, and I totally wish that there was rockin'. I totally wish that there was more of it available. It'd be super nice. Apologies for the freeze for a second. I'm just going to turn off FPS reducer for now. Edit. Let's do an off. Off. There we go. Done. Done. Okay. That way I can do this, and not much happens. Good. How many do we have on this morning? Ooh, oops. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. So it'd be a little bit pokier on stream today, but that's okay. Lets me know. Good morning, Linda. How are you this morning?
Hello.
I don't believe we've met. So, welcome on in. I am Dylan Russell. And, just a mom kicking around, having some fun. So, I made a boo-boo last night in my game and I broke my ender chest. Okay, Hobozim, you can go first because I'll wait till it goes out and then I'll click it again. I noticed yesterday if I go too fast back to back, it's going to fail. I'm a Canadian, actually. So I'm actually in Canada. I'll make sure Hobozim gets out of here. That should be long enough, if I'm correct. Get him a little bit more. I'm in Canada, and mom of 2. Totally love those guys to pieces. There we go. But they're at school right now, so I can stream in the morning. Being as we have not met, Linda, I'm kind of curious. What was it that got you to choose to drop in here? I really appreciate it, but I'm always curious to meet new people. Do you play Minecraft? Just picked a random channel? That sort of thing. I've been doing this, let's see, for about a year. But I would not say that I have a solid amount of experience under my belt. I just do my best. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Every follow is welcome. Totally open-minded to what you've got. Yep. So feel free to boop that follow button. Awesome, so thank you very, very much for that new follow, and those fireworks were for you. So how did you find the channel, and what made you drop in? We've got a few people. Gotcha. Okay. So we've got a few people who are playing on the same server. You'll see in the top left corner it says DadCaff 73. I think it's I can't remember if it's Patreon or Patron. In the little screen I'm seeing, and I'm not sure how big the logo is. Or like I can't see it in the size I'm looking at. But I would usually prefer to get to know people a slight bit better just before I go drop in the Discord, simply because it's available on my page if you look a little further under the About section. Otherwise, I prefer to have a little bit of a conversation in chat before we actually start dropping stuff. It's just that I'm not necessarily in the market at the moment for artwork unless the absolutely perfect thing comes along, and I don't know yet if it's going to be perfect. Oh, we're at Poodle Pirates! Yay! Alright, so I'm on a survival multiplayer server. We're playing in Java Minecraft, and and it's a jungle, Poodle. It's always going to be a mess. That's the nature of a jungle. Cool. So, yeah, it's always going to be a mess. But, where was I going? We're on a survivor multiplayer server, so as you can see, there's many, many people. Ah, yes. What the heck is that? Oh, axolotls. Okay. There we go. So we're fans of... Oh, okay. Thank you. Ew. Well, it's now a party bed, so what do you think of that one? Yeah, so DadCaff 73 has multiple different players. Oh, thank you, Zim. Multiple different players on his 3 servers. He's got a Java server, a Bedrock server, and a modded Java server. This one is actually the vanilla Java server, meaning that if you want to, you can play it with absolutely no add-ons whatsoever. The stuff you see me using that look like add-ons are all my quality of life choices. Some of them I'm familiar with from other mod packs. Other mods I've picked up recently after good recommendations from Dub Dynamite. Oh, sorry, I haven't had much coffee yet this morning, so my mouth's a little sticky. The DadCaff 73 is a very good. I have a button I just can't reach at the moment. DadCaff 73 is a great content creator. He makes YouTube videos and streams multiple days a week, and so his community built up quite large, and they decided they wanted to start playing together. So he's had some servers for quite some time. Yay! Thank you! Awesome. Awesome. This will get me going so that I can my stuff back together. I poop in a group, so to speak. Right? Thank you, Hobozim. That was very much appreciated. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your work this weekend. Awesome. So we're waiting for the blazes to come through, and that way I can get what we need now. We're going to go back in. Blazes can be really, really, really noisy. Particularly when you get a bunch of them hanging out. So I'm just going to add a location, anchor, and we're going to call it. Blaze Farm. If I can spell. Farm. Okay. Accept. Now I could shut down all the sounds of the blazes. Parrots can stay like that. I don't mind the parrots, that's fine. That means that when I'm in this zone, you don't hear the blazes at all, or I can turn up the sounds and they're just quieter than usual. That's a little disconcerting, killing them all. Knockback, and breaking, smite, and sweeping edge. Yeah. There's a. Don't see it, Poodle. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that, but it just means that I'm not getting, fortune or something, which is not necessarily a crime. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. You have to crouch and get close if you want the XP. That's fine. Totally cool. Just back down the hall. That makes sense. I'm just gonna take a quick look and see. Aha! Okay, so borrow this one and do a quick comparison. So we've got dipping edge, check. Looting, aha! There we go. And sharpness, yes. I will borrow this and put it back. There we go. Thank you very much, guys. Did I? Oh. Well, that was dumb. Okay. That was dumb part is that I think muffled. Make these guys zone 0 a little bit louder. Okay. 20? Yeah, 20 ought to do it. They're quieter than usual, but they're not actually shut down. It just feels really, really weird to have no blaze sounds. Last season, I think it was, there was a blaze farm put together that had a double spawner, and you just purely hanging out. It was crazy noisy. So this is good because you can see them all starting to build up top. Awesome. Thank you so much. That's really, really helpful. So because I broke my ender chest, it usually lives in this corner, and I broke it with the wrong kind of pick. It did not have silk touch on it. I went and renamed the one that I usually use that has silk touch. But yeah, if it doesn't say ender chest breaker now as I'm running through my stuff, then I don't have the right piece. And that's just because I don't want to do that again. And that's the advantage of custom names. Last season my My pick was kindly named by PP Zerk. That became the Bros pickaxe. And I never did get around to naming my bow and such. My kids thought it should be named after Sherlock Holmes and Watson. Last couple of pieces. Yeah, I was finishing up my melon farm, and I just went to clean up the mess, and lo and behold, no more ender chests. I was kind of annoyed with myself. That's okay. Could be worse. Looks like there's quite a party over here. That explains a lot. I guess I owe... When I do that, I guess I owe rehydrate. Find it. Wrong button. There we go.
2, 4, 6, 8. Everybody hydrate!
Since I've already had my sip, if anybody in the stream needs their sip, this is now a good time. Yay. It's also time I can groove, right? Is that how it works? We're officially hydrating. Nice. Zero ounces of coffee. The total is kind of broken. I don't know what happened there. Something odd with that. See you a bit later, Poodle Pirate. Thank you very much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Here, we're hitting them sometimes. They don't like to come down as low as... There we go. Alrighty. There's the chest. We've got 20 so far. That's definitely enough to do what we need. But if we can grab just a few more, I can always come back off stream. But I did not bring my... I would have said, oh hey, it's okay, I found my ender chest. No, I did not bring my ender pearls with me, but that's fine. No, I get that we can't drop damage them. It's that, I'm a little far back to be able to reach the back of the spot without being in the right place. So it's one of those ones where you're just about there, kind of thing. Can't quite reach it. I've seen a bunch of these, but I've never built one, so I have zero idea how to make any suggested improvements or changes to make that easier. Because if you didn't have these, one of the side effects would be that Blazes may be able to see you through some of these slots, and that's not what you want. Then again, a whole bunch of mess. Yeah, it's one of your VODs actually I need to go back and watch. If you have still kept the video. Some people don't publish their videos. I find that interesting. Now, I'm horrible at remembering to export mine to YouTube. I'm using that as sort of an archive right now for people to be able to access, because then it's longer than what Twitch would give them. So that's part of why I do still publish them on Twitch, is simply because if I could actually remember to export them, or actually put in the effort to find out whether or not there's a cheaty way to auto-scrape it and have it do it without any intervention, then I might do so. But I have not yet got myself organized enough to be able to do editing for actual quote-unquote content. Basically, I'm sticking to Twitch with a YouTube archive, and the reason for that is mostly that my whole reason for being on Twitch initially was that I'd be playing the game anyways, and sometimes with others, sometimes on my own. But I figured, hey, you know, I like to chat, talk. You haven't figured that out yet. But that I figured I'd share it with anybody else. I want to see it, you know? One of those, if you can make it happen, why not? Ooh. Sorry, the way I was sitting, my shirt was horribly wrinkly. Today's shirt is just one of those shirts that you get kicking around from things you've done, adventures you've had. It was used to belong to our old plugging dance club. Some of you may know what that is, and no, it's not involving wooden shoes or bathroom plumbing. But it may involve or does not involve wooden shoes or bathroom plumbing. However, I miss it because our dance club stopped doing its thing when COVID hit. Mostly it's because it was sort of a 50-plus club. It wasn't intended to be that way, it's just those seem to be all the people that were interested. And it's partly because it was evenings, so people didn't want to register kids. When a couple seasons the instructor tried to have it at a regular dance studio, that didn't help either for numbers. Missing. Oh, back there. I'm not sure so much whether that's missing or whether it's actually advantageous. Now that the blazes get farther back, for some reason they're just not dropping down. It's like they're hung up on the edge there and they're not really dropping. They're just like hanging out up top. See? Like it takes a while till one of them comes down. Come on, dude. Yeah, maybe you're right about that piece being best not there, because they're hiding in the back corner. I wish I had your bravery. Like, I just get distracted and would forget to take, fireproof stuff. I'd have to wear a fireproof suit the whole time.
Hello?
Hello, Bacon, how are you doing? You could maybe try something like that. I'm actually wondering if one could actually take a page out of, it's just sort of an idle thinking, so no knowledge here. I'm wondering if people could take a page out of some of the iron farms a little bit, or even the generic mob drop farm style, and potentially see if there's something you can use to hold the lava up, but have it flow over the edge, so they kind of get somewhat washed down. I don't know if that's a possibility, which would mean then that the actual drop chute itself is a little bit larger, then has a lip of lava to push them over. I know if I do water for an iron farm and have an edge like this, then I find that the golems catch on the edge, or the mobs catch on the edge in a regular mob farm, and they just hang out up there. So I'm wondering if maybe there's a way to pull it back a little bit, just so that the lava last bit is held up, but it sort of goes over the edge, because that might force them to come down the tube. Sort of spitballing, right? But I don't know anything about these because I've never built with lava. Like, that's the thing that's always a challenge. Love the lighting though, that's pretty cool. Sir? Madam? I guess you don't really have a gender if you're just a big stick of fire. Okay, well, we're 55. We can get ourselves a stack. So I'm still, as much as I want to back out and do like a monastery this weekend, if that's just not going to happen. So that plan is off the table for now. And this weekend will probably be me going down in the cave below my base that I'm not fond of, and for cavern, and just trying to tear down some stuff for the first session or so. Light up a little bit of things to start with, and then build a mob farm. I'm tempted to do it in reverse order to my original plan, which was going to be clear it all out and mob-proof it with carpet all over the place before I built the farm. I think I'm going to do it the other way around, where I build the farm, know it's not going to be very functional, because there's light leaking in. Hey, that's no fair, you're back. But go in and build the farm with it lit up, and then go back in as a second round and start taking the light out and mob-proofing with carpet instead. Because then the idea being that as the light gets removed, the efficiency of the farm just creeps itself up. And that way I'll know how far out I can go with, or how far out I have to go with carpets before it actually becomes useful. Probably also note, and it's not just because of where we are today, I'm not wearing my wings. Aside from not wanting to fly in the nether, I'm not wearing wings because I'm down to 7 rockets. So mob farm is a little bit critical. Oh, I spy with my little eye a hobo Zim. I see. Okay. The missing materials. Now I think I know what they're talking about. The missing materials are allowing for escapees. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, 7 rockets is sort of my, like... my initial plan was 10, but I was out doing Easter eggs, so I didn't really have a whole lot of opportunity there. But the reason for that line is that way I've got some absolute emergency rockets. So I get really stuck. But of course, if they're in the ender chest, then this particular mission is quite critical. So there's a file. Dog Fox says the fox who's working to get a helmet. It says the fox who has not yet recorded his locale, although I will admit I nicked it from the conversations on Discord. Oops. Oops being...
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
Alright. Got it. Aha. Yeah, so it looks like the blocking it in so we don't have escapees and the removal of those 4 trapdoors seem to be helping. But weirdly, only 3 of them showed up, so I hope was that we managed to pick up the 4th one. I mean, I know they're technically sort of inexpensive, but they're still a pain. These warped and crimson quote-unquote trees, or aka quasi-giant mushrooms, are much more of a pain to grow in the overworld. Hi guys. Looking good, I like it. Oh, I see. You're trying to prevent them from going back. Okay. Well, there's definitely more of them showing up. For example, we've got a stack and 4, and the last few of them came in quite quickly. What if... He's hanging out. Okay, come on. Down you go. Down you go, buddy. Oh. Hello, CJ. Welcome on in. Welcome, Raiders. I completely forgot that you were streaming, CJ. CJ Raid, welcome in, Minneapolis Mel. Good
Hello
to see
there.
you. Hello there, everybody. Sure, I'll get in on that. Drop in! Drop in! There's something different.
Oh, hello there!
Hello there, Neon! Just the guy I was thinking about this morning. Good morning, Jay! Good morning, Jay. Hey, Wolfen! I don't know if I had the chance to tell you, but thank you ever so much for the yurt. I may have to move it a little bit, but I really like the look of it. It's the only thing remaining right on top of the highest point in my crazy cavern, so I may slightly tuck it over, but I quite like it a lot. At the moment, it's the guest hotel, because it's the only bed that's been a constant spot. Huh? Noise! Ooh! Okay, that's not all my work, so I'm gonna... I'll grab the 3, but I'll leave the 10. It's not all my work. Save the netherrack! I don't know! Netherrack can be cheap. Oh, dude! Stop bouncing. Those are half... Oh, shoot. If those weren't half blocks, I'd have an idea what to do with that. Rescue mission at 501 Mountain. Huh. Thought I'm just gonna oh. Thank you. All right. Just I did the one more thing again, but it's the, you know, if I had a couple extra, ... yeah. Just about done with this, then we'll move on. I had a thought of something. And unfortunately, I can't experiment without this brain. So I'm not gonna. Oh! Ha ha ha! You are... Yes, amazing. That would make plenty of sense. There. Plenty of sense. Now let's eat a cookie. I'm not stuck with just cookies. I just needed to level something up, and cookies are less harmful to viewership than watching me dig in sand with stone tools. That's for off-screen stuff. Yeah, one of your favorite Java features? I can see why. What I was toying with in my head, what was just letting you and everybody know, is just wondering in my head, and I'll experiment elsewhere in another time, but wondering in my head whether or not honey blocks would hold blazes. Because it slows down mobs, but it also keeps them from jumping. So it's more of a curiosity, not about to see whether or not it'll hold them down for this purpose. It's more, now I'm curious whether or not the partial rise and then coming back down is actually a full, like, fly float, or whether it qualifies as a blaze jump of sorts. So it's just a curiosity question that I want to science. Right? And man, normally I hate that term. We must science this! But get the point across. Okay. Let's see. Take those, so that will be legit my work. Come on. Alright. It's actually technically faster than trading with villagers, although sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but it has to do with the speed of the iron farm. Yeah, and the other thing is, I know that honey would be a full block, so that's problematic with your slabs. On the other hand, you could carpet them. Or potentially even trapdoor them. I don't know if it would have the same effect through trapdoor. That's the other piece I need to science. But yeah. And the key would be getting them to come down, right? That's more of the experimental stuff. Still an improvement. Particularly if I remember to stay stuck underneath the trapdoors, then I could actually get XP. Otherwise, I'm kind of missing out. Now, unfortunately, Jay gave me an excuse to stay here longer. Go, Jay! That's awesome. It's like while I'm here, I might as well. You're saying you've never done it? I've never, okay, that's not true. I have swam in lava with a resistance potion, but I've never done it with anything less than diamond. The one I don't really want to try is, I've seen people just for kicks try to see how fast they can have resistance potion and stuff, and then go armor free. I think it kind of does, but I don't know whether or not that would work in the Nether. It's a very good question. Another one of those things to science, to test. Being perfectly blunt, powdered snow is one I may actually have some near my base. I have death snow for sure in certain spots, but I tend to avoid it like the plague. So honey's a lot less scary because at least I know that I can get off the stuff and it's not going to kill me. But yeah, I may end up with a few more deaths this season that are not necessarily head drop related. Ah. Right. No, I could follow that. So honey might be better. Ooh! I'm very, very sorry to hear that, CJ. So, the question is, are you going to purchase new elytra from somebody who's got some? Or, CJ, would you instead spend more stream content and go end busting for fresh elytra yourself? I think that's always a good question. Oops. Gee willikers, if I can actually remember to do this right. Here we go. Yeah, I will say that. Partly probably because we're spread all over the place. Like, I know there were at least 2 of us in the end, if not more. I actually kind of wish, and I don't know if anybody's ever built a VOD for it, for servers, but it would be nice to actually have something where, when I bring up the list of who's where, some little logo or lettering or something to show what dimension they're in. Because sometimes if we're all in the same dimension, we have less trouble than if we're in separate ones. It's kind of like the, every people moving thing. We had backup wings, okay. Yeah, I don't have backup wings yet, although I'm still chuffed for the fact that the wings I do have, once again in the nether chest, ender chest, wow, is wings I finally picked up myself. I mean, I've done some end busting before, but I've never done one where the wings didn't belong to someone else, if that makes any sort of sense. There's an escapee from earlier. In the back there. Yeah, I think the 2 or 3 I can see on the map are mostly escapees from earlier. That's okay. Somebody stole your donut! The winner of Champion of the Hill was CJ still, but with the teapot. Might be a little more effective than the donut. Although I guess you can't eat the evidence. That's true. English style. People like Pixel Riffs and Bob would be proud. Or Jay, yes. Not every Brit. As one of my brother's friends once told me, not all British are obsessed with tea, but they all have a healthy respect for it. Oh, okay, I didn't realize there was still fortressing behind there. Gotcha. Doesn't look like, anyways. Okay, yeah, there's still a good amount of fortress left. I can see that. Righty. Let's let him build up for a second while I do that. It's not all that far from where I had my butt kicked. Nice. I guess I can use the other map. Yeah, not that far from where I had my backside. Okay. I moved my portal a little bit, which is nice. I'm still close to where I was, but it's not necessarily quite as a horrible trip over here. Although I haven't tried it yet from the new portal, so I might actually still find that it's nasty. The earlier one, I think I showed up down here, and that was not a picnic at all. See? Jay goes on to my point. That not everybody in the UK has to like tea. I mean, the same way that not everybody in Canada wears lumberjack shirts and lives in igloos. In all honesty, that would be a bad idea. Wearing a lumberjack shirt all the time. Living in an igloo probably as well. Some of us do get summer. I still wonder how my, our best man's wife, a good friend of ours, how on earth she puts up with living in the far north, chilly weather. Because it's just insane how cold it gets way up there. And yet she used to be one of the senior members of the staff at an orchid garden. Orchids don't like cold. I just don't understand. I also don't understand what their energy bills would be like in their house, because I'm sure that they probably keep parts of it orchid warm and for her hobbies, and it's just insane. I'm kind of wondering how on earth she put up with that. There's a mod I've seen on, it can be client side, that I've seen on some of the Vault Hunters. One of the other streamers by the name of Lena Hun uses a mod that I thought was kind of cool. It basically gives the mobs different movement, and it makes them, particularly the more humanoid looking ones, it makes them kind of crumple to the ground when you unalive them. Anyway, and I'm curious about it. The only problem I have with it is there's a weird pause before they crumple to the ground and disappear. And that weird pause is kind of annoying because for me, that would make me think that they're still there, and I'd end up spending an extra swing or two in that direction, which is not good when I get stuck in a sort of like when I get surrounded by mobs. But it is kind of fun because apparently if you manage to kill them that way, and you've got a sword that does knockback or something similar on your bow, you can actually punt them pretty far, and it's hilarious to watch. Oh, Nobuzimu, if you're listening, thank you very much for the loan of the boat. I do have a boat in storage, I just didn't think to bring it with me because, you know, island would have made sense. I didn't put that in. This is why I'm not doing well at the Easter eggs, because I didn't put 2 and 2 together about Little Pirate's place being near an island, you know. That would make far too much sense. Come on. One more round. I can see you up there. I'll let you build up for a second or two. Yes, I know if I actually hit hydrate for every single sip of coffee I'm taking this morning, we'd have nothing but hydrates going on. Nice! Your very first voice chat. Uh-oh. I guess, since we don't usually use voice prints for everything, it's probably safe, but one of those things. Accidentally leaked my personal information. People now have a voice to put to their face. I don't, but I mean, that's not the point. So I'm just thinking of across the pond in general. And that's probably good for now. Actually, it's like one of those, I'm so close to getting the axe fixed. Fix that one. Besides, I have to put the sword back in good condition. But thinking across the pond in general, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some dates nailed down for a trip to Ireland this year, which would be great. I mean, in my magic world, I'd tack on a trip to, you know, do some sort of either Holmesian or Harry Potter scoping, but not likely to happen. But it's one of those ones where our family gets enough jet lag going different directions when we travel that if you're going to somewhere, you know, the U.S. side, usually we can get away with a day or you know, maybe like a day on either side, maybe 2. But when you think about it, it's nice to have extra time. So we're hoping, cross our fingers, to be able to work out 2 weeks. We'll see what's going on. There's a lot of stuff up in the air right now. But yeah, we've got my father-in-law's in as a place in Ireland, and so we're gonna try and go visit him. We're hoping for 2 weeks, just so that we've got plenty of time to, you know, chill, relax, enjoy, and do some of the crazy stereotype things that everybody needs to do. So we'll see. We'll see. I think I've got a few. Yeah, that's more than fair. And also, conveniently, I end up with an even number once I've used that rod. So, this one back on the wall. Go. Because I can. There we go. Not that I should, but, you know, can. Alright. Actually, what I'm gonna do while I'm here. Yeah. And edit. Of course, this is gotta be gold. Is arm. Confirm. There we go. enjoying the hunt on Java for eggs and such, but I'm trying to meter it out so that people who haven't had a chance get a little bit of an opportunity to do things without necessarily living vicariously through me, and then it's all spoilered. The other reason I'm spreading it out is because on that particular front, in spite of being a fan of and successfully... Ooh. There you go. Oh! You got yourself a right royal good spot. In spite of all of that, like, enjoying puzzles, I am somehow not, how do we put it this way? I'm not speaking Ross well enough. That was interesting. I'm just oddly curious. Where am I now? No, I'm at Poodle's base. Aha, okay. Referencing where I was earlier. Perfect. Now I know where I'm at. Alright, we're good. I need a rust interpreter. Well, yes. And also, here. Yes, to some extent, but also I need to not be so thick. So, I mean, the first one I have an excuse a little bit because I didn't know what I didn't know. That doesn't make sense, but it does and doesn't all at the same time. Aha. Thievery in its finest. Okay. I know I need a tree to go with that. That's not going to do any good, but... but on the other hand, I legit didn't have some of the information I needed. Other than looking for hermits all over the server, I would not have been very well off in that respect. Ooh. Birdie. Spoiler! Sorry, too late. Spoiler! I know it sounds silly, but given the number of people we have on the Java server, and my assumption is that Ross made a good number of books, potentially extra ones, there's enough clues still kicking around in the beginner boxes of the first couple of eggs that... Ooh. Cool. There's enough spots still kicking around in the or clues kicking around in the beginner boxes that I don't think everybody who's interested has tried it yet. Okay, there we go. So this is where I got myself all tangled yesterday. Actually, let's just go right through the middle. That's cool. I like that. Okay, I went through there for no reason whatsoever. That's silly. This is what happens when you get yourself turned around. It's not a mess by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, I know what that is. Exactly where I'm headed, actually. Let's try and not ruin the farm. Ooh! I've never thought of that. That's really cool. Excellent use for those ridiculous roots. Yeah, I was going to get some bamboo. Well, the easiest way to do it is just clean up the mess, right? Hang around the outside. The cart gets it. That's as it should be. Probably from the zombie from earlier. Clean up that mess. See? I've got the 6 pieces I need. It's awesome. It worked out really, really well. Right? Perfect. Don't leave any mess, and we're good. Oh, something wants my attention. Ah. Nothing critical. Alright. Skippy. We're on our way home. 1 hour down. Just going to... Like that. There we go. 1 hour down. Yay! I love your base poodle, though. Seriously, it is awesome. It's so much further along than mine. I mean, excuses, and all that jazz, but yeah, it looks great. Move that. Actually, where can I guiltlessly? No, that's not guiltless. What do we got? West and south. Okay. Sneak around the back of the portal, because I realized, yeah, it's one thing to nick cocoa bean seeds. Not so good if you don't nick some wood to go with it. But I want to do it in inconspicuous fashion. Or less conspicuous than otherwise possible? How's that? That'll work. We go way out. Sure. That's reasonably short. And I don't have the yeah. Don't have the shears with me. Come on. Never leave a floating tree. Okay, now, are you connected to other things? Not there. Not there. You might be here. This one. Oh, yeah, you're connected on this side. It's no good. No good, no good, no good. Because they will never despawn. Come on, break. Do it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's get back before I start bringing zombies and ugly other things. Ooh. Ocelots. Nice. This is where I want to be. So I've nicked enough wood, we're good. I've got seeds. I've got bamboo. What else? Is there anything else useful that I can nick inconspicuously? Nothing I need, so we may come back. Easy thievery at its finest. Yay! And there's a cart here. Because the other thing about not having a, whatchamacallit, box, is that, all the, backup pieces in terms of, oh, yeah, I really should, make sure I have a spare cart and all that kind of stuff. Oops. See? I knew I'd forget something. Well, jungle doesn't really fit the theme I'm working with right now, so I can come back for that later. It's that what I'm up to, I'm thinking brown carpeting could be useful. I mean, truth be told, the other thing I should be looking for is lush caves and moss. Although, I mean, one could argue that simply caving for diamonds, or even purely digging for diamonds, would be a smart move right about now. But I think the lack of diamonds is probably less detrimental. Creepers game. I'm getting good frame rates, but the game itself is not. Not your imagination. What's that? Oh. Okay. Zip is one I don't think I've put on here yet. Wow. If you've got the minecart sounds shut down, because I've now got the melon farm that's driving me a little bit batty, then it's really quiet in the nether. Like, really quiet. It's not a crime. It's just funny that quiet. Actually, I've idly wondered whether or not I've... Hi, Brian. Whoops. Uh-oh. Sorry. Don't ask. You didn't see that. Next I know there's gonna be a clip to embarrass the snot out of me. Yeah, Brian High was the intention. I meant to wave at him. I didn't realize I could actually reach him. Sorry, buddy. Quick, run! He was AFK since I didn't actually kill him or anything. It comes back, it's like, why am I down here now? I high-fived him forcefully. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Kind of like we tell my niece. I do not. Kind of like we tell my niece, you can't push your brother. But I was just... Yeah. I mean, then again, my nephew is like not even 1, and my niece is what, 3, I think now, something like that. And she's so much bigger, so even a little, you know, a little nudge, like that's the thing is apparently nudges, you know, when you elbow somebody or whatever, as a nudge, are something they do in that family. But unfortunately, she's interpreted a nudge as a good solid shove. So she was trying to nudge her brother and completely shoves him over sideways. But also doesn't realize, of course, at 3, that she needs to be more tolerant of his behaviors because he's doing things like grabbing the nearest thing to try and stand up with, and sometimes that's her hair. So it's not, he doesn't understand that he can't grab onto that. She doesn't understand he wasn't intentionally trying to pull her hair, and she doesn't need to push and shove him back. You know, it's that whole parenting thing that I don't miss that part with my kids. Really don't. Okay. Let's see, I've got a cart. I have... I don't have spares kicking around. Like, I was going to take that block out just to see, but no. This one, he still needs a name. But I'm tempted to just give him a name tag that says fired. Because if I can fly and take the train everywhere, maybe downsized, I don't know. But the ability to, you're fired! From the minions would be hilarious. What am I up to today? Good question. Initially, it was retrieving some parts to build myself a new ender chest because I went and broke mine last night. And that's the base plan. The main plan. Because I actually didn't think it was going to be that easy. So thank you very much to Hobo Zim and crew for helping with that. Oops, here's... Beyond that, I hadn't really thought about much of a plan because I do need to shear the sheep and start making carpets, but I also need to make a lot of torches and on and on and on. For... make 2, 6, 8... Go. Go this way. This way. 2 of those. Oh, I said 2 of those, please. Thank you. And 2 of those. There we go. Now, put the spare one over here. This one goes back where I want it. There. Alright. So the other piece I was going to do is build a sugarcane farm and a bamboo farm. Now that I have all the pieces to be able to do so. That's probably where we're going to head next. No, stack. Right. 1 bee nest. It's sort of weird to know that I've got stuff dropping there. That's a drop there. We'll put that there. Don't know what it is about the logic for me, but for some reason, having things that are all like mob drops together seems important. Can you imagine how overpowered it would be if you could take your, say your crossbow, for example, just because that's the one I've got handy, to the grindstone and take off a specific enchantment? Or if Mojang ever put in a de-enchantment table where you actually had control over which enchantments you took off? That would be, like, crazy powerful. Okay, I need sugar. No, I don't. What was I doing? At minimum, I need to make a manual farm. Absolute minimum. But if I can make an automatic one, that would be nice. I like the observer style. It's just easier. Although I did look last night at a plan for an observer free one before I realized I did still have nether quartz left over. I was going to try and hide most of these farms. But that's a nice big one.
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
I was going to hide most of these farms, but I realized that I've got space in the base here. And it seems funny that it's all compact, given that I've got, like, tons of space. I'm going to be basically putting a wall around the majority of this. And some of the housing and stuff in there will be pretty small. But the design I'm working with doesn't have anything to do with this much, or doesn't have anything to do with a lot of these farms, so I might as well just put them where I've got convenient space for them. So the math was completely off, but that's okay. I don't know. 2 ounces of coffee. I know I've had more than that, but that's okay. We'll pretend that's right. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, the reason I have membranes is actually because those are all desperation membranes. I know it sounds odd, but it's the truth. The reason for the desperation membranes actually has to do with the fact that I was AFK a few times in bad spots and came back not realizing, just like had stepped away or whatever, didn't think about it. Came back and completely forgot about trying to be the first one to bed. So the phantoms showed up, and that was just me hacking and slashing saying, yeah, I need to get these out of here. These. I don't need 12. 5, 6, 7, 8 will do nicely. Droppers. No, not droppers. Later I'll need dispensers, but not now. Actually, truth be told, so one of these offline things I should probably do later on is hope for. Actually, no, that's not true. Get off my keister is probably more accurate. Oh, right. Never mind. Get off my keister and actually put in some what's the word? Some if I remember, I'll tell you. Not that critical. There's... Right. Not thinking very well today. 6 for bamboo. I really want 8, but I'll build for 8. Sugarcane. Got plenty. Some buckets. Where do I find the buckets? Well, duh. Just a few. No, let's not do that. I don't even put it. 5, 6, 7. Yes, I know it's too many. 1. The other one go. Put them away. Go there. These go over there. Don't need blaze rods, they're precious at the moment. Put them over here. there. That we right. I was making more out of that. Okay. 8. That'll do for a little while. I get my shirt back on. Wings back on. Need to be double fisting the water anymore. That just sounds wrong. Sorry about that. Unintentional. Okay. Yes. So the membrane thing was just me freaking out. Okay. Put aside. I have two zones I could put it. One over here. I should have put the other one there, but got. If I don't need to be mucking around with the water, put one of them back there. Probably reasonable enough. Because this is sort of a dead zone, right? As in, nothing's happening. You have to make sure it stays non-spawnable. But beyond that, okay. Let's see. Just trying to keep. This is going to drive me crazy. So this portal. Shush. We'll decide whether or not I need to go to that one. Annoying. Alright. If I need to dig, then we'll probably do the sugar cane on this side and bamboo on the back side. That one. It's a little bit more, not as visually appealing per se, but it's different because it's back here. So first things first. Let's start going. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Convenient. That's all I want to do. Back. Oh, how do I want to collect it? Aha, that would be sensible. Fiddle. Okay, well, temporary. Hello, kitty cat. Why? Oops. Why are you hiding over there? Hi. You can leave your string. That's fine. Usually do. Trigger. There we go. Right, we're gonna need a minecart, we're gonna need rails. And I still have no gold. I am such a fool. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Water will do the trick, I think. I'll just steal the water and then I'll go get another one later. And I love glass for this. Okay. Let's hope that's enough of everything. It's not, because I need... Can I put back? Not doing this. Let's go organics. I know it's another farm. Put that over there. Staring at this one. And I need at least one chest, which I think I have some chests pre-built over here. I'll take the whole stack. That'll get me one farm. I need a second farmer. Wow. What did I ever misthink that? Boy, sometimes. And I really only need 2. And then I can use 1 for that other purpose. We're good. Okay. Now I have room to make the hoppers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need more than 4. 4 ought to do. Two would be minimal, so let's go with 2 to start with. So I just need 1. That's there. Easy me. Hopper. I'm sure you'll be short something. There's something missing. Doesn't feel right. You can at least make another hopper out of that. Oh. Go this one. Chest. Do this bass backwards, as we usually do. I need to take out these. 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flatten them out. 3. Great. Now, if I'm just like talking myself through this one. 7, 8. Oh, whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And replace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I blew it. Did it wrong again. Make this one lower. That's there. Because then we have the 6 through here. Sleep. Do. Very, very quiet, but that's me being silly. Now, Thursday's the day I tend to run long. We'll see how Fantastic Sherlock Fox's meetings and such are going, or how his day is headed. Good. Sounds like a plan. 6. I think I might go long then, as long as there's some interest. And the theory behind that, the reasoning behind that, sorry, is that I can potentially have somebody else come through. Okay, so I always need the one block. These would be, oh, ha 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 ha.
Then he waddled away, waddle waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle waddle. Till the very next day, bum 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 bum.
There is a story to that one for us, and I may have told that one before, but we did, my kids and I did that song for a virtual via, was it Zoom or YouTube? I can't remember, but they did, okay, got that, oh, wood. We did that song for a virtual campfire for scouting, the three of us. So I got to do the narrator. I'm not very good at it, but, you know, whatever. And my kids did the various characters. So one played the shopkeeper and one played the duck. And we had a good time with that. It was actually quite fun. I needed wood. Okay, let's make some pistons. If I can make 8, ideal, but I doubt it. 6. Well, that's actually not bad. I'd rather have 8, so what am I short? All of it? No, that doesn't make sense. I make 7. And cobble. Okay. Cobble and iron. Need that spot for cobble. Cobblestone. Alright, so I had a lot of fun playing that one. There's a couple of different pieces of that song available. The names are in Stream Alerts are similar, so they're actually different clips, different parts of the song. Those over there. Yeah. 2 pistons, right? I want 8 and 8. So I'm going to need more redstone, therefore paper away. We have put in what we need, what we can, and then I'm going to have to do some trading. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 1, yeah. Okay, where is you, sir? Nope, not you. You're the wrong one. Ah, there's one. Dude? I need your emeralds. Oh, well, that's not good. Let's put those in the offhand. Sure. Quick run over here. Hey, buddy. There's space? Okay, there's space. Good. Yes, I know, I know. Can I get some more from you? Perfect, that'll do. That'll do. Probably, that would make, you know, plenty of sense. But I actually have a reason for not doing it, as weird as that sounds. And the reason, long story short, pardon me, is that I've got some, I'm not quite through making myself a first aid set of gear. And not everything here is up to efficiency, whatever it needs to be. So I'm using those for combining. At least that's what I tell myself. The reason I was in this box. Oh, emeralds, right. Put the emeralds away. Okay. I think that's enough for now. Put the full blocks over there. Part 1 over here. I can come back. Do, 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 do. As I was saying on stream just yesterday, offhand is one of those things that I just sort of forget I have. It sounds odd, but it's true. Okay, and I still didn't leave myself enough space. That's not ideal, is it? Because I really don't want to tear out that wall. But the rate I'm going, I would need to, because I'd need to put redstone on this spot. I want to build it way up there. Okay. Before I go tearing everything up, let's just take a look. Oops. Can't even fly today. Good grief. Okay, so... I keep forgetting how deep these things are, and this isn't even the bamboo farm. We've got the water here, going straight down the center. Bamboo. Then we'd have observers and pistons where the cat is. Then I need to power the pistons, which means I need the redstone behind it on a ledge. And I was actually hoping the ledge would just fit, but if I move everything down one, fit, but then I'd end up with the water out front. Do we want to do that? Water with glass over it. Yeah, why not? I'm not using this spot for anything else. Looks familiar. Dig, dig. And let's put the chest this way this time, actually. There. It's daytime, CJ. Alright. Oop. One further ahead. She be crazy. She's so crazy. But the rain in Spain fell mainly on the, I don't know, concrete. Okay, so these are going to be normal, so that I can get the water through. 8, 7, 6, 4, I don't know why I'm counting them, because I've just put them down. As DC says, no mess. Don't leave a mess. Because mess makes me into a lag monster of some sort. That's an end up with too much bamboo, right? Mobs up for now. No, this is perfect. I wanted 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. And then in theory, this one's will go here. 4, 5, 6, 8. With the observers that way. 8. And then the redstone. this. Think that'll work? Oh, never know. Oh. United building would be nice. That's one of the ones that I would like. It's sort of like a secondary place button that you could tie to your offhand, such that but a secondary placement button that you could tie to your... Oh, kitty. I don't have any fish. Sorry. You can just go away. Kind of hard to run away if... Yeah, crazy cat. But yeah, anyways, I'd like to have the ability to have a secondary place button so you can do sort of a build place, even if you've got multiple of the block you can stack on top of each other. Stacking things on top of other things. Okay, kitty, could you just, like, go? Alright, so this part is solid. I'm not seeing anything. That got me. That got me. One of these days. I can always come down in behind if I need to. And, box. Actually, glass is non-spawnable, right? So where's this? I need to do the part where I need to put in the water. Glass here, so I'm not going to adjust for the fact that I've mucked them out on the other side. Oops, I want glass, I want regular stuff. I don't want glass where it counts. To actually see something. Box in. I'm thinking aloud here, so apologies if it's not exactly super exciting. This one. I'm looking down on it. That one. Hello, Tiz. How are you doing today? My amazing friend. Oh. Darn. This is one of those few days I want glass stairs, right? And the ability to get back up. What the heck? Oops. There we go. That'll do. Find out your sleep cycle back. Oh! If you figure out how to make a routine of it, let me know. Because I am absolutely terrible at that. Don't ask. I'd forgotten about that. One of those ones where, you know, you can see it coming, and then you go, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Your attention,
different.
please.
Over the shoulder view? Oh, evil. Evil, okay. Now let's make sure, do I have... Oh, not here. Where did I put it? Built a button for that. Where did I put the button? There it is. Alright. So we've got over the shoulder for 5 minutes. Pause. Where is that one going? Should be in the alerts section. I'm just double checking. Timer. Oh yeah, it's showing. Okay, great. Move that up into the corner. Alright, we keep that going. So, I really only have to be over the shoulder for 5 minutes, which is great because I'm terrible at this. Okay, so that has to be down one more. How many times? It's like, how many times will Delenn move her chest? Lots, apparently. Wow. I haven't played this in over-shoulder view in so long. Crazy. But yeah, no go. No good. Alright, so I've got to go down one. I really wish I could zoom out from here. That'd be really nice. Alright. And then this one out. Oh, no, there. Thank you. What I'm attempting to do an over-the-shoulder view, apparently, kind of, sort of, maybe, is to make a farm. Mods, cam. This one, settings. Aha! Try that. Nope, that's not so effective. That'll be interesting. Okay. That's not so effective. I owe him more time. It's a little harder than I expected. Wait a sec. Did I... Yeah. Alright, so I had to go lower. I'm going to take that block. You're evil! You are evil, CJ. That's okay, it's fair, right? It's fair. All's fair in friendship. Well, most things are fair in friendship. All would be putting it a little too easily. Like, Dylan can derp. She doesn't necessarily need a whole lot of help with this whole derping. Okay. Then, there. Okay, and I get copper in here. Oh, 40. Okay. Like, can't even really see what I'm doing. There is this way, that away. I think. Oh, nope. Nope. That's not it. On a hole. Come on, timer. get this copper plate. Nope. I got one more. Roll. One, down one. Aha! Go. Alright. Alright, that's a little better. Means I get to move everything down. No, I don't. Down. Did you really? Did you really? Nope. Excellent. Whee! Just getting rid of all the pieces so that I can find the next one. I'm sure there's going to be next one. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Then I can switch out of this to glass. What? No! Was it another 15 minutes? Where'd the glass go? And these stairs. Stairs done. Uh-oh. Nope, that's not it. Forget that. Okay, Dylan, can you stop derping your way through things? You wouldn't do another? You're just too kind? You're too kind. I mean, I guess bonus, one could argue, is that the glass looks better if I happen to be down lower. Stream stickers? Can I ask why you would shut out the stickers? That's another odd one. Okay, sure. You can shut out the stickers if you like. Does somebody think CJ has too many clues? He's spending his clues on shutting out the stickers. Can you do this right this time? Okay. Now, if I just drop. Can I drop? Not me. I want to drop me. Oh, that'll work.
It's mine. My own. My precious.
So, CJ, my only rule, I have two rules. One, it must be family friendly, and it should be shorter than 10 seconds is my preference. Just because I don't feel comfortable with something too much longer than that. I know some of the clips I use are, but those are the ones I didn't create. And so, yeah. So if you want to DM me, and probably in Discord somewhere, with what you would like, then we can get to work on that one. And I will redeem your points as soon as I have it all set up. Of course, always family friendly. Yeah, those are the only two rules I have. Family friendly, and that it needs to be 10 seconds or less. Okay, so that should do, goes through the water. Oh, we have no minecart sound. Yippee skippy! But one chest is not going to cut it. And I'm not going to be able to get it back up through here. What a fool I was. That is. It's kind of silly. Okay, well, let's put a half slab here then. Much as I don't want to. There we go. Get out. Okay, so I gotta go back down. That was dumb. Have to go the long way? So if I change this one. Double.
You don't seem very afraid.
You don't seem very frightening.
Love it. Okay. Full. Cheese. What am I doing here? Half. Full blocks. Adds respawnability. There we go. Oh. I know why I have this fence here, but it's kind of annoying nonetheless. That's part of why I have the fence here. Now, I had tried putting the fence on the inside of the walls, like as in the gates over there. The challenge with doing that is that because it's only 3 wide, I ended up actually teleporting myself by mistake on more than one occasion. Now, I have something in... What is it? It's just hanging around. Bamboo. Okay. So I'm going to have a problem with low rates. Things are going to despawn. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Because I don't have a rail system underneath, and I'm not going to bother with a rail system on this one. So, yeah. It's okay. We're good. Okay. So let's get through to the other side. Not that other side. Not the purple other side, thank you. And let's do the water one. Where's my stairs? Go. Right. So first things first, we're going to have to think about this one for me. Water, go there. That makes it straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Takes us to here. Then we have block. This one. Plant. Blocks here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then maybe pistons and stuff. Yeah. Helps if I actually make the blocks. Here, okay. Growth rates of bamboo more than make up for a few shoots. Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, hello there!
Exactly. And last time I actually made a water chute down the front and a rail cart that went back and forth underneath. Aside from the rail cart being annoying, I ended up with far more bamboo than I could ever use. Like, it was just hanging out. It even shot out over the top just because I couldn't do anything with it. But I had a couple of... Oops. I had a couple of good pictures of people... skeletons that got stuck inside.
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
By the way, welcome on in, Max. I appreciate you dropping by. Very helpful. Okay, so I need to make observers and pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot. Extra. Let's make the right number this time. I only need 7. And I am short the iron. Of course I am. Of course I am. Take one full block over here. Two boys today. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. That's not good. 4. Wood? It's the wood. Grief. Well, okay. Grief. There's nothing good about grief. Six. 1 in storage. And I'm out of redstone. Dude, give me some redstone. There's only 2 purposes I really use a cleric for most of the time. 1 is redstone. Actually, maybe there's a few more than that. 1 is redstone. 2 is rotten flesh trash can. If I'm stuck, I can get an ender pearl. I don't usually use it for that. And then sometimes in a pinch, I'll go with bottle of enchanting. All right. I'm very sorry to hear that. I really do hope that your voice recovers soon for your sake. I mean, it would be really rough if you got stuck trying to do your usual adventures and streams and stuff with an entirely text-to-speech system. It's doable. I actually ran in on a stream that where someone was actually doing just that. It was weird. But on the bright side, they had commented really quickly that they're a speed typist. So by being a speed typist, they were able to handle the fact that they had to get their text-to-speech saying everything. It was really, really weird, though. I'll definitely say that. It was really weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 8 to fill it in behind. I'm going to have even more in a second here. Because of that. Fill in Silly Billy. Just filling in holes. And that one. And planting zone here. 2, 3. That would make more sense. The water zone's going to be here, but I have 2 blocks down.
Of course, you know all about Hogwarts.
Full. Okay. Sure thing. Okay. Pause for a sec. Let's go over here, look at something semi-interesting. You'll know all about Hogwarts. So the purple category is the dark arts, and we have a brand new card from the box. There we go. There. Whoa. Your purple question is, what does Harry use to destroy the diadem of Rowena of Ravenclaw? So what does Harry use to destroy the diadem of Rowena Ravenclaw? Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with what a diadem is, basically it's a tiara, you know, or a hair comb of sorts with like all kinds of jewels and stuff. Oh, right. Okay. I often forget which ones were used, like what tools were used for which destruction. I remember thinking this was the dumbest one, or at least I didn't like this one. But yeah. CJ, you're right. He did do it with that fang. That's why I thought it was really stupid, because, you know, the fang poking into jewelry just really didn't conceptually work for me. Ron did destroy one, but he didn't destroy the diadem. He actually destroyed the locket of Regulus Black. Well, yeah, the real locket. Not the fake one. Harry used Ron to destroy that locket because the locket was basically talking to him and telling him that Hermione didn't like him. He's like, "You're wrong!" and goes and destroys it. It was nice. I like that part. Yeah, destroying like a tiara with a fang just really didn't work for me. Not even in the books. It looked even dumber in the movies. Okay, so we need water to make things grow. I don't think this is going to work well enough. See how far. I know it'll let me plant one piece. I don't think it's going to work well enough for all of it. Okay, well, I forgot. Last time I did this, I actually ended up with the second row of water in the back, hidden under stairs. Because I was paranoid that it wouldn't work. So this is actually working out better than I had remembered. Okay. Got 3 chests, got to do a double here as well. 2, 3, 4. Basilisk! Yep, he did. It was the basilisk fanning. Welcome on in, Dub. Welcome, welcome. Always a pleasure to see you. Do I want to hide this? I'm going to need more glass. I like looking at things. That's not gonna work. I like looking at things. Oh, that's really not helpful. These two can't be glass anyway. They need to be... This one. That. So I can reach down better. I guess I can do 3 glass here. 1, 2, 3. And I can go steal some from the other one, rather than going for the desert at the moment. Yeah. Lazy Dylan. We're going to take this top layer. Probably the corners too, I think. I like that things magnet to you, but it's weird how they bounce away first. Okay, and that one. That's enough. I'll take these corners. Minimalistic glass. That should do the trick. Watch the cats end up in there. I mean, that would be my kind of luck, wouldn't it? 19's probably not going to be enough, but if I can get it boxed in, it will function. That's the key. Gotta go one more. Yeah, that's fine. Ah. So it would do that to me. Really? Come on. First one worked really well. This one, not so much. Sorry about that, CJ. Honestly, while I appreciate subs, I really, really do, I actually would highly recommend for just about anybody. I love the turbo. Even if you're not even for people who aren't streamers, I love the turbo because it means I don't get ads on anybody. And I love it when people support each other, but if it means that I'm going to have ads without supporting everybody, I mean, in the longer term, it becomes a whole lot more financially sensible, for me at least, to be paying for Turbo just to have the ads all go away. Yeah, no, I just thought about that, Max. As you said that, I was like, wait a minute, I just smashed it into the glass. Still want glass, but yeah. I put the glass one row too close. Glenn's having a derpy moment. Not to mention that I was trying to be chintzy on how much glass I've got. That's actually quite a long derp one, by the way. DJ's found the sounds. Those sounds with the hashtag are all free. Everybody can use those. And they are a hoot, I'd say. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have enough glass anyways for now. Let's shove it there. Five, 6, 7, 8. I discovered the other day, CJ, after you had been so kind in stream, and we were playing Monty Python sounds, that unfortunately, actually, this one. Unfortunately, the length of clip I've got on sound alerts for the I Feel Happy piece of Monty Python, well, it's, what do you call it? Copyright strikeable length, which is a bit of a shame. God. Wow. Okay. I thought I had a little bit of a desert patch nearby, but apparently not. So, we're going to do a little... I'm not sure I want to know where you came from, you so-and-so. I've got some weird spots somewhere around here. I know I'm going to have a bunch of golems when I get back. But I've got some weird spots somewhere around here that these guys are coming from. And I have not yet been able to figure out where that weird spot is. At one point, I wondered if it was literally the fact that I've got stuff in the fountain. But you would think, in theory, that they wouldn't be able to spawn there. Because I haven't had them, like, anywhere else. Yeah, it's a gossip golem, for sure. But the question is, where is he spawning on? Right? That's the key. Where is he spawning on? So obviously there's something I've missed and dug up and, you know, whatever. Anyway. I have an ender chest. I have the ender chest breaker. Okay, so we should be good. Which means, I'm just going to make up, really quickly here, I'm just going to make up a project shulker. Dump all my stuff in there. But I still have it. But that I don't have all of it in my inventory. That can go in the precious box. There. Sure, why not? Random chest. And that should be good. Alright. Yeah, so it's... because I'm trying to eliminate the gossip golems as much as I can. Project shulker there. some tools. What do I have actually? This is efficiency 3. Oh boy. Do I have any... It says what it is, but do I have any shovels? No shovels. Okay. So the least I can do for you guys... That way. Is make that an efficiency 4 shovel. And I've got... I think I took my beacon with me? Block of lapis, gold, flint, iron, steel, book. Okay, I need more. Okay, I think I've got enough. Sleep that off. Never mind. I swear, if my head was not attached. I'm mending and I'm breaking. Close enough. That'll get us what we need. 1 box. That'll get us the other part of what we need. Got a bed. Okay, that should be it. Oops. Alright. So we're gonna go get some sand for glass. Eventually, there will be resource gathering streams for the purpose of resource gathering, just to have it. And I'm it's one of those things that I always say, you know, I really should have myself organized to get more pieces. Where do you guys come from? Seriously. Okay. So next, while this is doing its thing, back to the spreadsheet. What do we have? Resource gathering, lots of sand, 3050, 1946. Oh, near. Jeepers! Pirate, I'm coming back again. Wow. Guess I'm coming back to pirates a lot today. Now I know, yeah, lots of sand and mangrove. Now I know where pirate was. What was that? Oh. Brian. Okay. Come on, minecart. This week. And the frustration of the gossip golems is purely the fact that I don't know which blocks they're coming from. Okay. Well, it kind of is. What I'm using for the coordinates was on the DadCaff spreadsheet, lots of sand section, resource gathering, blah, blah, blah. Then I just clicked on the next tab over on the spreadsheet that says copy map. And the lots of sand, the nearest bases marked anywhere near there is Pirates Jungle and Pirates Village. Pirate Poodle Place! I like that. Poodle Pirates, Pirate Poodle Place. Okay. I should know this by now. Who's on which list? Do you have a better suggestion? I'm all ears if you have a better suggestion. Oh, helps if I actually press the right button. Ahoo! Okay. Well, I have suspicions Zim's probably back at work. But as long as I'm not near Poodles, and I just, like, run way out in the middle of nowhere, I think that'll work, because I know... I can guarantee you there's sand near Poodles. I'm gonna go way, way out from there, on foot. If it's too much of a problem, then I'll take one of the weekends when I'm not crazy busy, which is fairly soon, I hope. Cross my fingers. Then I'm going to take one of those weekends and I can always go elsewhere and just like be randomly dumping it outside Poodle's place. By the way, this is what happened to the mountain that was near your house. I'm kidding. Won't take down the hill, that's just rude. That's just rude. Ah! Don't hit shift while you're in the box. Well, Fantastic Shock Fox, if you find out about it before me, let me know. I'm just taking a look at the spreadsheet where it's got the red marks for things like mangrove, lots of sand, dripstone, and ice mining. The reason I'm relying on the spreadsheet sometimes is because lots of stuff goes by in conversation in chat, either in-game or in the Discord, and I don't always catch all the coordinate pieces, so if people aren't putting them down somewhere, then I don't have them, and it's really easy for me to miss stuff. So, yeah. Now, I mean, the thing about the spreadsheet, though, of course, understandably, is literally it's just the spots on a grid. It's not like we've got the map. Now, I know there was a map somewhere with some stuff posted on it, but I don't happen to have that bookmarked, which would have been, insane. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a quick look here and see. I do not see easy evidence of there being a nearby portal that Delenn has visited. Taking a look. Oh, sand and red sand mining. I see. Where did that one go? Sand and red sand mining. Oh, that's way out. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay. 1309. The map. Maps you don't go far enough. Okay. Just because I'm just going to not need a whole ton. I'll start here and then apologies, and we'll move to the other one next time. CJ, you may want to reread that, only because my brain doesn't parse that very well. Oh, bought your first wither. Undermountain, gotcha. So, wondering about how you bought your first weather. And I was like, I didn't know we were charging for snow. And I was even more puzzled by how you'd have weather under a mountain. So. I've been out this way a bit before, so fairly certain if I go a couple of rockets worth out, then it shouldn't be too bad. Hello! Ah. Okay. Till you find the ocean. Berserk. You charge double for snow. And that's no joke. Welcome in, Zerk. Zerk, could I ask a favor since I'm going to be away from the server tonight? Could you help me, please, see if we can tag the fish. Thanks. Tag the fish, fishy, and see if there would be a possibility of figuring out where to get the download for last season. Because even after I build the basic mob farm, I'd like to get on to working on the monastery portion of my base this season, and I want to scale it to match the church I did last season. so I was hoping to get access to it just so that I could turn my old church into a schematic. So that I can just drop it down and get an idea of sizing and stuff. But it's just, as things stand now, it's not super easy to get hold of him when he's on during hours that I'm actually busy with other activities like scouting. I kind of can't exactly dig out my phone during the meeting. Thanks. That would be really, really helpful. I mean, I should be building, you know, viewer houses in the village and stuff, and walls and things, but I think we've seen a lot of walls out of me, so I want to try doing something a little bit more in keeping with the whole point of the theme. I feel like one of those old comedy sketches where people are like, get on it, man. It probably is, but I get lost in the stuff there that's all pinned and whatnot from Bedrock. So it probably is literally just a Delenn scan. I mean, I'll see if I can take a look this afternoon, but I need to try and start working on, while the scouts this evening are working on... Yay! I can deal with that. Fantastic Shock Fox won't be so impressed with that, but I can deal with that. And the reason I say he won't be too impressed is he's the one who pays the bills on our internet usage. Yep, no, that's fine. There's so many nifty ideas that if each one of them, at minimum, was half a gig for a nifty idea, it's still worth it. I'm kind of glad though my friend up north doesn't play Minecraft on our server, because he'd never get it. He had to send me a PowerPoint in like 18 pieces. Kind of funny. Now, I'll grant you that was like, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, but still. Oh yeah. Are we talking Twitch streaming outwards or inwards? I will admit, when I start going AFK on people's, or not AFK, sorry, oh yeah, I guess AFK or lurk on some people's streams, I drop it down to like 180 or whatever the small level is. It's just a habit. Inwards, yeah, inwards. Okay, so mostly of what we watch, although, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, you and I have talked about how, in order to get points on these streams, like the watch points, we actually need to have the video running. Which is a bit of a pain, because of course we watch it on the TV, and then we each have at least one other device. So there you've got 3 feeds right there of the same thing. So even if I'm dropping mine down, which I don't always, but even if I'm dropping mine down to the lower bandwidth on my mobile device, which is where I'm typing from, or on my computer, then, yeah, if I'm on my computer, then that's full res, but if I'm typing on a mobile device, watching on the television with Fantastic Sherlock Fox, we have 3 devices going in the same room. And that's a lot. Which reminds me, I should probably bug Neon again. I don't know if he's still here or not. But to see whether or not he's been having the same audio challenge. Or Tiz could probably help too. Because I know they were both having problems getting audio in my stream at higher bandwidth levels. I've, for one, dropped down the overall kilobit a little bit. By about 1500, and the other thing I've done is changed the output audio rate. Apparently it only samples at 48, but was trying to send my audio out at 64 per input. So that's gotta be a bit of a pain somewhere along the line. Alright. I'm only gonna go for 1 shulker at the moment. I can always come back and steal more. But I figure I'm far enough away from Poodles that it's unlikely Poodle will be too annoyed by the amount of sand I'm snagging from this end, from the ocean side. But I definitely will switch over to the other location once I figure out where it is and be able to mark it. This one I'm not even going to put in my waypoints for that very reason. It'll encourage me to switch over. No falling in holes. But yeah, it'll be a huge giveaway that Delenn's been here, because everything will be gone in weird, big squared off strips. You know, chicken tendy, I saw something yesterday. I can't remember what it was I was looking at. And, or just saw chicken tendy come online. And I was thinking to myself about, it didn't come out as chicken tendy and hobo zim. It came out as, for some reason I got hobo tendy chicken zim. I don't know. I'm not normally like dyslexic or whatever, but I think it's probably because I was playing word games with the Cubs last week, so that things like that made more sense. But while the Scouts are working on their trucks tonight, yay! Shop time with the Scouts, woohoo! And I'm actually looking forward to it. But while they're doing that, if they don't need a whole lot of hands-on help, then I will probably be putting my own Pine Derby car together, like Cub car, because our Scouts have decided to have our Scout leaders have decided to have an open category for the Cubs Scouters to actually do our own. An open category being, as in we're allowing ourselves to break the rules on maximum weight and width and yada yada yada. Sort of like basically do up a show and shine car just because we can, or without making them dangerous, being able to do other things to them to get them extra fast. Stuff like, I mean, shaving down the wheels or something. I'm not intending to. If I can make it fit the actual specs of a regular Cub car, I like the challenge. It's nice to be able to break those rules, but I wasn't in Scouts as a kid because we weren't co-ed back then, which means that I've never done a Cub car myself. I've helped the kids several times with, you know, can you help me get this line straight? Can you help me mask it off with masking tape a little straighter than my skills? Okay, fine, I can handle that. You know, I try not to get involved, but yeah. So this year, the Scouts are doing that, and I'm hoping I can get myself organized to just do a dolphin on wheels. Nothing exciting. So, being as we start with a block of wood, you can imagine my inspiration is a Minecraft dolphin. But yeah, my intention is to do basic dolphin on wheels, and hopefully it'll work out. If it's rounded enough, then I'm a little worried that the existing channels that are pre-cut into the block for us to hold the axles, I'm a little worried that those may disappear or be seriously compromised. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Wow, last month our bandwidth usage was more than 2.5 terabytes. Jeepers creepers. Can you imagine? I mean, like, we have a good connection, you can tell. But I'm thinking of people like Flaming Fox were recently talking about, you know, their download speeds and their upload speeds and just wanting to be able to stream outwards. And I was thinking, geez, if I'm sure that 2.5 terabytes of usage in a month, A, would be very, very expensive in Australia, and B, would probably be a little bit to boggle the mind. I just can't picture using that much, but I know that I do. I mean, I at one point had very good reason to be using what was it? I think it was 6 gigs a month for podcasts alone, and that wasn't even downloading them in advance. That was just streaming them as we go, kind of thing. Where am I? No, bunny. So, yeah, 2.5 terabytes. Oh, that's crazy. We'll see. We'll see if I get around to it. I mean, the other part about it being an open category is we're not actually racing the Scout leader cars. We're just showing them off, which means that here we go. See. Which means that if I don't actually get to it because I've got other things on my plate, then I get to it. We're having our derby at the end of April. Which means one would think there's plenty of time. I suspect that I will find a million different ways to use it. Things like, you know, our kids' spring break is coming up. Now, part of me wants to spend time on the car, more of me wants to spend time in Minecraft. So I'll have to figure out how to balance those two differing interests. Popularity of Minecraft themed cars this year actually kind of surprised me. just how many kids were interested in doing something along those lines. And I think it had to do with, pardon me, the fact that it's very boxy. So it makes it a little bit easier to sand things smooth without having to worry about curves and stuff. Because our kids are really not that good at using, bandsaws and stuff. To the point where, unfortunately, some of the leaders were uncomfortable with them using the bandsaw. Last year, we went to a different group's location where they had a bunch of tools set up in advance, and the leaders running that station, or running that setup, were very, very happy to allow the kids to be using bandsaws and stuff effectively by themselves. I mean, they had little, for lack of a better term, pusher sticks. I can't remember what they called them at that point, but I've heard that a lot of people use those sorts of things for table saws and such. But anyway, so the kids never had their hands anywhere near the dangerous blades. But this year, our leaders chickened out, in my mind. And one of the leaders was actually, the kids marked what they wanted, explained it, and then they stood there while the leader cut it for them. I didn't like that. On the other hand, barring large quantities of sanding, the leaders were saying, yep, go sand that yourself. Nope, you don't really need the belt sander for that. You can do that on your own. So they're encouraging them to do that. And they still were using things like, coping saws and hack saws and all those hand tools the kids were able to use on their own, but the leaders just freaked out a bit when it came to power tools. Bit of a shame, really. And it's kind of disappointing because that even extended as far as not allowing them to use a drill press. I mean, once you've got everything locked in, the drill press is not that dangerous. There's no, you can even stand at arm's length and rotate the drill piece down, and it'll do its job for you. You don't have to hold anything or whatever. But it's me, a teenager, and 3 adult men. When 3 out of 3 of the adult guys were being opinionated about the fact that they didn't feel our kids could use power tools, I was not going to argue them down. I knew I wasn't going to win, and it wasn't worth the fight. So yeah, we'll see if we have a slightly different mix of leadership. Some of the same people, but most of them are more open-minded to that sort of stuff. With the next level up, the scouts for tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll be doing a little better. Almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bit. How deep is that? Do I want to fall in the hole? Nope, I got sandstone in the way. We're good. Derail. But the big part is with the projects is since I have not yet gone actually mining to try and look for diamonds, as most sane people would in Minecraft, particularly if the currency on the server is diamonds, nor have I set up a service or shop yet for anything. My focus this season was going to be builds, which, yeah, I'll just leave it in the air hanging about whether or not I'm actually being successful at that. However, therefore I'm a little diamond light to buy some of the things that I could from a server-wide shop. Being a slower player, the buying part makes more sense in some cases. However, yeah. Right now the big one is rockets, as you had noted. I'm assuming as I go and just start lighting up for building a normal mob farm, I'm going to get a good amount more gunpowder, or at least it's going to be chasing me, one of the two. Which means that I'll be able to make a few more rockets, but I'm hoping everything will be okay. And I'm also going to have to do some trade up, to get some redstone to work with, make some torches, and yada yada yada. I have a little bit of prep to do before the weekend. Hopefully I'll get to it. Otherwise, the first bit of the weekend will be some prep. I hope I actually get down into the hole. I don't really want to be in the hole, honestly. I hate being underground. I don't like caverns. I don't like caving. But sometimes, you know, that's the nature of Minecraft. I guess part of the reason I don't like it, this is going to sound silly, I prefer the mining, rather literally. So we're getting to the point where it's almost like cavern craft, I guess? Cave craft, as opposed to Minecraft. And that's just not my forte. But, you know, everybody plays it differently. The other thing is I haven't actually done much in the last, oh boy, 2 months, I guess, in Valheim. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Vault Hunters. I don't know why I'm thinking Valheim. Oh geez. That wouldn't be fun. Got lucky there. Yeah. I haven't done much in the Vault Hunters in the last month or couple months. And that's a bit of a shame. I keep saying I'm gonna go back, really, but we're almost at the point where I should just be honest with my server mates and cut, because I'm interested in the vanilla right now. Most of the people that I've been talking to are vanilla players. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's a different community, a different crew. And of late, if I want to have enough, word, I don't remember what it is. If I want to go ahead and head on with the mobs, yet at the same time I say I hate caving, there's the easy answer right there. No, I don't need to up the ante with weird mods and weird mod packs. I can, if I want to, I can just play the mod pack that doesn't have, you know, the requirement of going through 60,000 alts before you can actually get the bits to unlock one mod pack, or one piece of a mod pack, I should say. So there's pros and cons to it all. Ooh, how convenient. Anyway, so I really should probably go talk to people on the servers like Crafted Mama and Golden Demon and stuff, and be honest and be like, yeah, well, guess what? I just couldn't make it work. I had too many things that I'm doing at the same time. And I just don't have the sort of bandwidth to give the dedication I want to. Uh-oh, I'm gonna hit something. I guarantee it. I didn't. Yay! Happy about that. What is this? Oh, see. That's the farm. Maps. Nice. I just love the way this place looks. Like, it's above the roof line. Love it. I can see, I can see there's some tree removal. I'm assuming that's for the barn that's going to be in progress. Okay, let me think about this. Aside from the jungle of saplings Jay mentioned earlier... Oh, okay. Aside from the jungle saplings that Jay mentioned earlier, I think I have everything I could possibly want, and then some, from Poodle's base, so I will get out of here. And that way Poodle can build in peace and quiet without actually having it spoilerific on a stream. Remember to step out of the portal. Stand there too long. Alright. What have we got? what happens in about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes or so. And we'll see if there's anybody kicking around who's interesting. I've got a bunch of people I'm following right now that are live, but the majority of them are not actually playing Minecraft right now. They're playing all sorts of other things. Everything but Minecraft, it seems. So while we are putzing along at a good pace, I know that's not meant as sarcasm, I'm going to give you guys a free poll, just for interest's sake, because I'm curious, about a not parent approved. So that's the Safe Cards Against Humanity game. So we have a question. Hit your question blue card. And then I'll just pull one of the red cards to fill it in. So it says, my babysitter's worst fear is blank. So, my babysitter's worst fear is blank. Alright, here's the box. See? Not parent approved. And we have to pull a card. Reach in, grab one. I want to try not ruin the cards. Red card. So my babysitter's worst fear turns out to be... Let's see if I can put it right for my face. Enough to read. Nope, guess not. Doesn't like it. Salami sandwiches. So apparently my babysitter is afraid of salami sandwiches. Better or worse? But these are kind of cheesy. They can get squicky in the like junior humor kind of way. You know, washroom stuff and so on. But you don't get the sketchy, somewhat questionable family friendliness of the family version of the game, because its personal opinion is it's not family friendly. It's not, you know, like adult, but it's things that my kids were not super comfortable with. So I figured, okay, well, let's go with this one instead. Now, there's another person who does a very similar redeem on their stream, and you actually get the real deal Cards Against Humanity. They've got the... what version is it? I don't know if it's the original or not, or if it's... but they've also got, like, the Nerd Edition. And most of the time that makes sense, but other times you get things that... yeah. Their stream was wonderfully family friendly until... you know, that kind of stuff. And so they go on late at night in mountain time, so it's not a big deal. I don't have any opportunities to raid into them, but it's just a good example of why, even if you go nerdy, you can't necessarily... oh, absurd was the other set they had, yeah. But even if you go nerdy or absurd, those are two topics you would think would be likely to be safe for two areas. They're not. Not at all. So while we're just poking around, the other piece I'm going to give you real quick is, for those of you that haven't located it already, we did a thing. It's a very, very quiet location, but it's always a good place to drop your thoughts. You know? Drop it like a thought, right? Not like it's hot, unfortunately. But just if something was interesting, or you had a suggestion, or, you know, try this, try that, or I'd like to see you do X or Y, we can discuss, right? That was a great place to do things like that. And it's also opportunity, in English, giving me the opportunity to learn about how to manage and run yet another piece of social media, which is kind of handy. I have a right again. I will have a
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
Normally I can say the words. I have a suspicion that I'm probably going to be fairly soon the Discord mod, I guess, for the youth that are old enough to have a Discord account in our Scout group. For covering things. For covering things. And then they can use it for planning and so on. It's basically they're using it a lot like if anyone would use, say, Slack or something like that. It's not a... thank you. But I don't know which direction this is out. Alright. Wow. So I'm back in the 200s, but things are not rezzing in. You think it's a little busy around here? When we were doing the initial dragon fights, it was very, very wise not to be basically anywhere else except the dragon fights, unless you were willing to have an awful lot of lag. The other part of it, though, could also be that I don't have the rails going and whatnot for having minecarts under these that just suck things up. So I could be actually causing part of my own lag with just, items that need to be spawned. There's also that possibility. Alright. Wowza. He's in there. I expected it to pop out slowly, but I didn't think it was going to go that slow. That's insane. Okay, that way we will have lots of glass for a while. More than we need for this project. Get that away. $10. You can go in this one of my random stuff. Where'd it go? Okay. Do I have any more? 4. Use this. Oh, I left it out. Okay. Let's just borrow this one. No, not there. Great block, wrong spot. Thank you. Come on. These 4 more blocks. Yeah, bamboo grows fast, for sure it does. Only got 3 pieces hanging out. Still wish I knew where that social element comes from. Oh. That's a bit of an O. Did I? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. That's a silly question. Just trying to figure out. In the project box, isn't it? Wonder if I didn't put redstone in behind. I probably did. The brain's thinking I did, but wonder if I didn't put redstone behind. Oh, I did. Okay. That's not the problem. I mean, they can't be getting out if they spawned on the other side of the wall. Where did you spawn from, sir? Well then, while we're waiting for glass, there's an extra bucket. I'm going to de-invite our metal guest. Really? I have to think about this. In the rain, that's not going to help. Duh. want to do that in... I don't want to do it in glass, or I don't want to do it in... I'm gonna be on the ground anyways, I guess. And I think you find the happiness of the sea. Not my range, can you tell? Oops, had more. Okay. You tell me how much is dancing should be. Crouching only because I have a habit of falling off things if I don't. Okay. So we should be good. I hope. This should be enough. Glass. Truthfully, I should have stairs down here. No, actually. A little different. Still have the same use. Get in out. If I ever need to be in that tower. Yeah, close enough. Okay. That's that one done. For what it's worth. And the disadvantage to the roof of this sort is we don't get light through it. So we're going to have problems with that. But I'm not really looking for a, particularly with the buildings here, I'm not really looking for a high production farm. I can get up there now. Change my mind. One-way piece of that solved. And the other piece, before we head out to find something interesting, where did I go? There. In here, maybe? There. One, two, three. This one. Hang a lantern here. There we go. That'll solve that part. And I really have no need to put one on the other side because I'm already having problems with things shooting out of the farm as is. First of all, can't get any more glass in short order. Well, that's plenty for corners. I'll have to fix these ones eventually, but I can get these ones to at least be coordinated in where everything despawns. That's a top slab right there. I don't like that. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, I'm seeing. Why am I seeing things? Oh, those are the slabs. Aha. Okay, so it's on the wrong side of the wall. That's fine. Don't end up in the portal. I see those are in farm. Okay. Confusion. One spot. I'm gonna need some more. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna need more glass across the top. Otherwise, things are gonna fly out corners. That's okay. We are 99% there. That just wanted a couple of regular blocks. Block off the back part of the sides. But this one's fine because it's got the tower next to it. This one. 1, 2. What? This right side. 1, 2. Four, 6. Leave it clear. Buddy, you don't belong there. You don't belong there. And 7, 8, 9, and 10, and that should be it. Alright. If it ever grows, great. If it doesn't, it is what it is. Alright, so I've got that one done. Got the other one done. It's just the slabs that are driving me crazy up top. We should be good. So I need to figure out gold. Got a couple other things that need fixing. Plan. Pardon me. The plan for the weekend then will be. Finish eating here. And up there for a sec. F4. Where are we? And down. This. So immediately below my feet there is not a good spot. Where are we going to go? To the gate? Let's go to the gate and down. Yep, that looks like a better spot. So literally, we're coming down here to tear out this. That's what we're going to start with on Saturday, is tearing out these 2 large pillars. And I'm going to try and build a mob farm in said space. It'll be fun and a half. But as I said, I don't like caverns. But if I tear these out, then we can build ourselves a nice large intentional mob farm right through here. And some of this stuff will probably get lit up and so on. So yeah, that's That's the rather creepy plan. And it's quite thick up to... Oh, haha. Right out in front of my door. Nice. That'll actually be convenient because then I can more easily later on pipe items to storage inside the castle. So that'll work out well. So, and now that I've gone Cheaty McCheaterson all over the place, just trying to find the center there. That will be the plan, hopefully, for Saturday, was to get in there and start chopping stuff out. So it's a big project. I'd like to get on to the actual project itself, but we'll see how we do on Saturday and see whether or not we can get enough done that we can start building on Sunday. So, cross our fingers, and because, you know, best laid plans and all that. Otherwise, I think we're just going to find someone real quick that we can start a raid to. So let me switch on over. Who we got? Not much. I have a couple that we can take a look at. I realize it's just like 101, right? So there's probably a couple of people. Ding. So big thanks to chat and special thank you to Opozim and to Poodle Pirate for helping me access the Blaze Farm and for tweaking it live. That was very much appreciated because we wouldn't have got our ender chest back without it. I wanted to say thank you very much to everybody else that dropped into stream. And let's switch over to the credits page. Actually, if I do that, is there anything else pressing? No. Okay. So, thus far... Oh, wrong one. We have a number of people who will be streaming this weekend, so I just want to throw that out there before we get too far. And we will be streaming from this server. So this is the Java server for DadCaff, and we will be streaming that one this weekend, as well as the Bedrock server. I have not heard anyone going to be from the modded server, so it looks like it's just Java and Bedrock. But we have names coming up this weekend, such as ITT Tom and Shinigami Moroku. We've got Huge Stormy Owl coming up a couple of times. We've got Carnage Joe a couple of times as well. And Hobo Zim has agreed to stream this weekend. We have the man himself, DadCaff, on Saturday night. And then, let's see, adding to that wonderful crew on Sunday, we're hoping Max will have more voice. Cross fingers and hoping a lot for him. So we've got Max on Sunday, as well as Poppy's on board. So we're hoping to see the Dynamites and CJRV Williams and Poodle Pirate. So yeah, it'll be a very, very cool run this weekend. I have not seen any art for it yet, although we've had trouble nailing down who's in what slots to be able to do scheduled art. But yeah, there's definitely some new folks to check out, and some people in unusual for them time slots, so that will help people get a little bit more exposure. So it's definitely going to be a good time. And we often go 2 weeks after the Truly Bedrock stream weekend. But unfortunately, this time around, just the dates would not have worked out for as many people if we had gone later. So that's how things came up. I think we're going to go to a smaller streamer. I believe, just to double check this one really quickly here. Now, I've been to this person a couple of times, but I just need to make sure that they're going to be... Oops, give me a quick sec. Mute that. I'm going to go out on a limb here. They're not saying family friendly, so just give me a quick second. Give me a quick second to check in on that one. I'll be right back.
You're in charge now, Lieutenant. Yeah, yes I am. Calvin, get
Sorry for that quick delay. So, I just checked in on them. What are we running? As much as I don't like doing it, I think we're going to jump ourselves over to some Bruno, I think. The reason for that is I know Bruno is safe and clean. I was going to go over to JD White. He used to try and be really, really family friendly. He said it's kind of a PG-13-ish thing, so I may pop there another day. But the reason I wanted to decline going there today is because he said sometimes when he's really frustrated on stuff, the occasional actual swear word does come out. So one could say he's family friendly adjacent. I just want to get a little bit more of a feel of myself for what his style is like. I've only been in 2 or 3 streams, and I want to make it a little bit more. So today we're going to head over to who did I say, Bruno, or did I say Slice Slime? I can't remember. I'm open either way. But yeah, that's why it's worth doing the checks. It's possible I'm about an hour early for some of the other ones that I would normally raid on a Thursday, but I don't want to push it too much today. Because you guys will be seeing me on the weekend, so you don't want to put up with it. Or you don't want to be putting up with too much. Let's go with, what is he doing? Okay, so are you guys in the mood for a Bruno or a Slice Line? Now, Bruno's doing half-hearted hardcore. He's 1400 days in. Or there is Slice Slime, looks like he's doing a Mob Dash, upgrade to 1.19.4, and the question mark is playtest later question mark. So does anyone have a preference of Bruno versus Slice Slime? My default is probably going to be Bruno. Okay, so let's give it... Bruno? Okay, yeah. Let's head off to Bruno. I know we've been there before. He's got about 46 running, so it's a little bit of a busier stream than I like. But I think it's probably our best bet at this point. So we're going to start that one up as soon as I can get my handy-dandy cheat buttons. There we go. And I'll take a look and see whether or not we can pop in on JD another day. Okay, here we go.
Mischief managed.
Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, the Discord is in the About section if you need that. We also have special thank you going to CJBot, HoboZim, Neon Traveler, oh, Ross? Wow. I had rebooted everything, so I didn't expect those to be there. That's okay. We've had some really cool subs popping in and out. Tiz was definitely here today. We had Neon briefly, actually, and I want to say thank you very, very much to CJ for the raid. I also want to say thank you to Scrublord for the gifted sub, to Ross, and I want to say thanks to HoboZim and Poodle Pirate once again for access to the Blaze Farm. Yes. Okay, we'll get there. I will go and finish up more coffee, grab myself a second set of coffee, and I will probably join you guys in Bruno for a little while. But not for all that long. It's just about lunchtime here. So see you soon. Have yourselves a great time. I will see you on Saturday. And bye-bye for now.
Transfer complete.